3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Struggling to count. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm finally doing my first makeup related video as requested by many of you. So today I'm going to do my top 10 favorite makeup products, which I used all of them to do this makeup look today. Now I'm not going to be doing a makeup look today, but I wanted to start off with showing you my favorite products, which I love, not even like, love using to make any makeup look. Like these products I'm going to show you today, I used in literally all of my makeup looks that I do. So if you do like the makeup on my face today, or just my makeup in general, please keep watching. So I'm going to start off with my favorite foundation that I use every single day, even when I want to go out. Like this foundation is my go-to and I wear it for events, for every day, whatever it is, because it's very lightweight yet really good coverage. It is the Rimmel London 24-hour lasting finish foundation. Now that's what it looks like. Now I am not sure in how many countries or places this one is specifically available, because I am 99% sure it is not available in India, and I actually took my stock with me when I went there for a holiday just in case it finished, because when I searched for it I couldn't find it. But ladies all around the world, if you can find this foundation, please give it a go. You will not regret it. Now it doesn't say if it's for combination skin, dry skin, oily skin, but I would say it's for dry to combination skin, because I personally have dry skin and this foundation has changed the game for me. Like my skin is not dry anymore. Before I had so rewinding back into my life a couple of years, I had really bad acne, and I would say I only like properly recovered from it maybe last year or the year before that. So not even, I would say last year I recovered from that, and because of it, because of all the products I used and just from the acne in general, I started getting really dry skin, and like dry skin to the point where it was flaky, it was dry, and every time I'd wear makeup you could see the flakes on my forehead, on my chin, on my nose. It was just a mess. So I really wish I had this foundation back in those days where I had this problem, but it's okay, I found it now, never too late. Even though my skin isn't that flaky or dry anymore, well, it's actually not flaky at all, but it's still a bit dry, this foundation has helped it so much. It makes my skin look flawless, and it actually says full coverage, so it promises, it does what it promises. So yeah, I'm in love with this. If you can get it, that would be great. You will change your makeup game. So my next product is concealer or highlight, however you want to say it. I don't, because my foundation is full coverage, I don't have to conceal any spots because you can barely see them. But I highlight under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, in between my eyebrows, on my forehead and my chin. So I use a brightening concealer. And just to make things clear, I do not color correct. Now, there's a reason to that. First of all, it's an extra step in your makeup routine, which I am not bothered for. It already takes so long to do my makeup, I do not need an extra step. And point number two, it took a while, but I found a concealer that is full coverage for under the eyes, and it's drugstore as well. So this is the Maybelline Master Conceal. This is what it looks like. It's in a little tube, and yeah, mine's almost over, but if you know me, you know I have backup, it's okay. So this concealer has also, yet again, changed the game for me. Before, I used to just use the Fit Me, the Maybelline Fit Me, which everyone is in love with and everyone is obsessed with. I also had my phase of being obsessed with it. But ladies, yet again, I'm not sure where and what countries this is available in, but look it up online, order it in, ask a friend, do whatever you have to do, get your hands on this concealer. Okay, if you can see the tube, you can see it's a yellow tube. Now, this this concealer comes in 4 colors, if I'm correct, and this is the most yellow tone concealer. It's medium. It's actually light to medium. So this is the most yellow toned concealer out of the 4. The reason why I got this, because I am Indian, I have kind of dark skin, so I need a yellow base, not a pink base concealer. And this has worked out to be so amazing. It hides all of my dark circles, any darkness on my face. This does it all. I don't need any color corrector. So girls, even if you don't get this, experiment. Go, drugstore is the best. You don't have to buy MAC, you don't have to buy Too Faced, you don't have to buy Tarte. Go to your drugstore and ask them around if they have any concealers you can test out. That's exactly what I did with this. No one recommended this to me. I just went to my chemist and saw it and I was like, why not give it a go? And it was a blessing, literally. So you don't have to color correct all the time. Like, I go to uni and I'm also like working at a school. I'm a teacher, so I work Monday to Friday. I don't have time. I wake up at 6 a.m. I don't have time to color correct in the morning. So I just pop this under my eyes and it literally does the job for me. So it's amazing. And just experiment, girls. Like, I can show you all these products, but it all comes down to you. And if you're open to experimenting and trying new products, you really need to try. Just keep trying until you find the best one, because I've gone through a lot and this has worked out the best for me. Now, the third product is a setting powder. As I told you, ladies, I have dry skin, so I don't prefer to set my entire face with one specific powder, but because I do conceal under my eyes and all the other high points of my face, I use a banana powder. Now, a banana powder is just a normal setting powder, but in a yellow undertone shade. So this is the one I use. It's by Australis, and that's an Australian brand. If you watch my sister tag video, you would know that this is my favorite Australian makeup brand, and I'm obsessed with it. And also I'm obsessed with this banana powder because it perfectly, and how do I even explain it? It literally, the concealer does a perfect job on its own, but this adds the tiniest bit of little more coverage that you would need, and it sets the concealer, and the concealer does not budge all day. Like, my foundation may move a little bit here and there, but my concealer will not move. So I apply this under my eyes, in my smile lines, and sorry. Oh my god, when you have like literally, it was a 1 hour conversation mid-video. Cool, I don't remember what I was up to. So yeah, this provides just the right amount of coverage you need, and it will sit on your concealer and it will not move all day. It's perfect, it's great. And that's the only areas that I set with powder, just the areas that I highlighted, highlighted, and the rest I will get on to now. So my product that I use for contour is again the Australis brand from here. It's the contour kit. Now you can see how loved this is. Yeah, use it every single day. So you can use any contour kit, right? Powder, this is powder contour. I do not use any cream contour products because I am crap at blending. I cannot blend. Tried for the love of God, but I cannot blend cream contours. So I use just powder, and that's how I set the rest of my face. And yeah, this is the one I use. Now, you obviously, if you don't live in Australia, you don't have access to this. So the other thing I would recommend is the Sephora contour powders. Now, I know this is the old packaging. They now do have new packaging. It's the clear lid that you see through. So don't get confused by this. It's the same one now, but different packaging. And yeah, so any cool tone brown shade is perfect for contour. So find a good, my recommendation to you would be find a good contour kit that has a few shades of contour in it. Now, this also has the banana powder, which I have demolished, which is the same one as I showed you before, but just in the kit. So find a contour kit that is pigmented but also blendable. Now again, you're gonna have to experiment. I've heard the NYX one's good. The Anastasia Beverly Hills one is obviously great as well, but that's also on the high-end kind of scale. Just experiment, ladies. Again, doesn't have to be high-end. This is not high-end, this is drugstore, and I live by it. So just experiment, find something that's blendable, which you can really blend and smooth out. And yeah, try use cool tone browns for contour, and for bronzer you can use more, you know, warm tone just to bronze up your face. And yeah, I do use 2 different types of browns for contour and bronzer. Contour that carves out your face should always be a cool tone brown, and something to bronze up your face should always be warm tone. So I contour just on my cheekbones, nowhere else. Everywhere else I just bronze. So yeah, tip for you ladies there. Now moving to highlight, which is honestly, if I had to choose my favorite makeup product, it would be highlight. I love highlight. I love glowing. It's my favorite thing to do. It is from Kylie Bible. Let me show you what it looks like. Now this palette right here, it's not only a highlight palette, it actually has eyeshadows as well. There is 10 eyeshadows and 4 highlights. Now I usually mix the second and third one. If you can see, the second and third one, these 2. I mix these 2 to get my perfect color because I like, you know, the champagne bronzy kind of glow with a little bit of like a pinky glow as well. That's my favorite mix. So this palette is my go-to for highlight. But in saying that, my next favorite, which I've literally just lost it a few days ago, I don't know where it's gone. It's the Makeup Revolution Rose Gold 2 highlight palette. That is, I discovered it from Nykaa.com, and I bought it from there last year. So I'm not sure if it's still there. I'll link it down in the description box. It has changed my life and I've lost it. I'm so sad, but I will find it. But yeah, so that one and Kylie Bible palette. This is available on bhcosmetics.com. Girls, if you haven't, I'm sure 90% of you have already invested in it, but if you haven't, please, please, please try and see if you can get one because it's amazing. And the eyeshadows, it's the best of both worlds. The eyeshadows and the highlights both are like just amazing. They're super buttery, super blendable. Like I've tried a lot of highlighters in my life, but nothing is as buttery as the Kylie Bible highlights. So my next product, going to blush now. I'm not a very blushy kind of girl. I like to keep everything bronzed and, you know, I'm a very monochrome girl. If you know me by now, you know that. I don't like too much color on my face. But for the past few months, like I would say this year, I invested in a blush because I was like, it's time to bring a little bit of color, at least on my cheeks. Like that's step 1. So actually when I was going to India in December last year, at the airport, I bought this MAC blush. It is in the shade Burnt Pepper, which is still not the brightest color, but it's getting there. It's a burnt orange kind of color, burnt pepper going off the name. It's a burnt orange kind of color, and it's so pigmented, I cannot even explain. So ladies, if you get this, or if you get any of the MAC blushes, I've heard they're all very pigmented, but this shade in specific, it is so pigmented. All you need to do is literally tap your brush on it once, and you're good to go for both of your cheeks. So this is going to literally last me till my death, I can guarantee that. And it's a good color, I like it. It's the first stage of me getting into blushes, so I'm really enjoying it. Next, I'm going to talk about eyebrows. Now, I know there are a lot of products out there in the market for eyebrows, like there's pencils, crayons, markers. I know there's so many things out there for eyebrows, but I've tried a lot of them and I'm just not, I just don't like the result of them at all. I've tried many, like many. I just don't like them. I don't like using them. They make my eyebrows look fake, and honestly, none of them have my right shade. So I have jet black hair. I don't know if you can, I'm sure you can tell by the camera, and I have not dyed my hair. It's jet black, and therefore my eyebrows are also black. So I don't like using a brown colored shade for my eyebrows because you can make out where my real eyebrow is and where I've drawn it on. Now, what is the point of that? I like filling in my eyebrows with a black shade because that's how my real eyebrows are. And for those who don't, for those who do have black eyebrows and use brown, it's a personal choice. You do you, girl, I'll do me. And I like my eyebrows being black, so I just use the Rimmel London black eyeshadow. It's just a plain black matte eyeshadow. I know it sounds horrible, but if my eyebrows look okay, I'm sure the end result is alright. It's just you need to make sure you blend out the fronts of your eyebrows so they're not boxes, and you're good to go. They're blended in fine. Try eyeshadow on your brows, ladies. That's the one tip I'll give you. Get any color you want. If you want brown, do brown. If you want orange, do orange. Whatever color you prefer, you want. I would recommend you get the color of your exact eyebrows because that's how it gives it the natural look. And not so natural, it just gives it like a more realistic look, I guess, because it's the same color as your eyebrows. So you just fill in like the missing gaps and it doesn't look odd. It doesn't look like, oh, I can see where you filled them in. Okay, so my next favorite makeup item. Now, as you can see, I'm really excited about this because I really believe in it. It is one of my holy grail products, and I also get a lot of questions about it. My eyelashes. I've had so many of you girls direct message me, Instagram me, comment asking what fake lashes I wear. Now, I don't wear falsies. I've never worn falsies. I don't like them. They're not for me. Plus, I've actually worn them once for my best friend's wedding. I was a bridesmaid, so I had to wear them. And I like them, no doubt. They looked beautiful, they looked amazing, and I'll probably wear them on my wedding day as well. But for an everyday thing, or not even an everyday thing, like if I'm going to a party or whatever, I don't want to wear them because then when I do looks without them, they will look incomplete. And I don't want to be addicted to eyelashes because that is the worst addiction ever, because then you need them everywhere you go and then your everyday makeup looks boring without them. So I'm gonna stay away from them for as long as I can, as long as I have good mascaras, which is these two mascaras. As long as I have these two babies, I'm alright without falsies. So these are the Maybelline Colossal. This one is Volume Express and this one's Big Shot Volume Express. This is a new one. I'll give you a look. This is the new one, and this is the old one. I'm sure all you ladies have seen this, but this is the new version of this, and it's like for extra volume because this already had so much. They had to go and make some more. They have changed my life. All these products have changed my life. Truly, they have changed my life. If you want to have a close look at my eyelashes, I don't know if you can see them, but they make your eyelashes look so good. It makes it look like you're wearing falsies when you're not, and it's just so much volume, so much length, and this is all I use, like just one. Depends, like I love this as well. I have my days where I just want to wear this, but this is like bam, like extra volume. So I tend to use this when I'm like going out to parties, and then this on a more everyday kind of basis. Next, I'm going to move on to lips. Now, again, I don't experiment much with my lip colors. I tend to stick to nudes, pinky nudes. Don't go past that line much. The most I've ever done in my life is wear like a dark plummy color. I like wearing dark shades. I feel like it suits my skin color a lot. I don't wear too bright shades because I am on the darker side, so it does wash me out. But yeah, so I tend to stick to pinky nudes, and my most favorite lip product has to be the Too Faced Melted Matte Lip Shades. And this is what they look like. And this is in the shade Queen Bee. So this specific lip product is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna swatch it out for you guys. It looks different at the moment, and then it will look more different once it dries out. It is the perfect pinky nude ever. I am wearing it currently on my lips, but I've tapped on a little bit of lip balm on top because it's winter here and I don't want my lips getting too dry. But it is so good. It does not move anywhere all day. You can eat, you can drink, and it will not budge at all. It can get a bit drying if the weather is playing up, and if it's a bit too cold or dry outside, your lips will get dry. So I suggest moisturizing your lip, exfoliating your lip before applying this on, and you won't have any problems. It's beautiful, it's amazing, and they have a variety of shades in this as well, but this is by far my best shade. And I feel like these lips can go with any eye look. And now my final favorite product for an overall makeup look is the setting spray. Now, I wouldn't really call this a setting spray, I would call it more a fixing spray, and I don't use a setting spray per se because my makeup doesn't really budge that much. It used to, but as I started getting a proper skin routine in, and as my skin started getting better, I noticed that my makeup lasted for a long time on my face. So I don't use a setting spray as much. All I use is a fixing spray, and this is the Mario Badescu Rose Water. It's the Aloe Herbs and Rose Water Spray, and this is what it looks like. Now again, I don't know how many of you will have access to this, but it doesn't have to be this, ladies. It can be any form of rose water or aloe spray or herb spray. Go find it, go Google it, try and find one, make your own. So many girls make their own rose water sprays. There's so many recipes online, and do that. And after you put all your powders on your face before your mascara, because this is water based, your mascara will run. It's happened to me before. So before doing your mascara, spray this all over your face, and the results are epic. There is no dryness, there's no cakey look. It looks like a second layer of skin over your face. It just blends in your makeup so well, and more than anything, it pops your highlighter. It's just the best thing that's happened to me. So it can be any rose water spray or any water-based spray that will set your powders on your face. But I would also give you a quick tip. If you're using any oil on your face, because I do use an oil on my face before makeup, if you're using that, don't use too much of this, because remember, oil and water don't blend very well. It will split your makeup. So don't use something water-based if you are using an oil in your makeup routine. But I always just spritz a little bit. I can't help myself, I'm obsessed with it. I spray a little bit of this after the oil, after my powders, and it's just amazing. Okay, so that was it for my top 10 beauty products for a full face of makeup. I hope you guys really enjoyed my first makeup video. I was really excited to make it. Kind of taking baby steps into the makeup world. I hope you guys give this video a lot of love, and so I can make more makeup related videos for the future. Yeah, I hope you like this video. See you guys soon. Bye.